Okay. 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 It's time to wake that ass up. Period. We got work to do. It's the official campaign, and this is the home of the lituation where it is always lit. Period. And tonight is like every night here in the home of the lituation is motherfucking lit. Period. Oh yeah, see you. It's time to wake that ass up again, because the official campaign has all of the receipts. Period. All of the receipts. Make sure that you guys are liking this video, sharing this video, subscribe to this video with all of your notifications turned on. Once you've done all those things, go ahead and drop some crowns in the comments. It's the official campaign. It's the home of the situation. It's the Crown family. We are worldwide. We are international. We are streaming all across the world right now. Make sure that you guys are liking this video, sharing this video, subscribe to this video and support, above all things, support the official campaign and the home of the lituation. It's up and it's stuck directly after these commercial breaks. And did you guys share this live? No, for real, girl. Oh no, for real. Make sure that you guys are sharing this live, liking this video, subscribe. Subscribe. Okay, above all things, subscribe. Period. How else you gonna know when things are lit? How else you gonna know when things are lit? Be the first to know when it's up and it's stuck, okay? Make sure that you subscribe to the home of the lituation. It's up and it's stuck directly after these commercial breaks.
My mom said I need to do something with my hair, otherwise I gotta get it all cut off.
We booked an appointment at Style Kings at the barbershop. Let's go.
Do you want fabulous hair? Are you looking for a product strong enough to tame your 4C hair?
Hey, Mom! Hey, Mom, you don't have no more leave-in conditioner?
Give me that. I know you did not use my Style King leave-in conditioner.
Are you looking to knock the dust off them dreads? For a product that will rejuvenate and strengthen your hair, increase hair growth and shine, and smells great? Well, then you're in the right place. For the long, beautiful, healthy hair you deserve, choose Style King. Perfect on all hair types. Available online at theofficialkingpain.net. Get you some style today. Oh, and your mom called said she needs some more conditioner. Ooh, yay. The website is under construction right now. Okay, on period. I gotta figure out what's going on with the website. Okay, on period. Somebody tell me the link is not working, girl. I gotta go see what's going on. But okay, on period. If you guys are interested in hair products, just email me at theofficialkingpain@gmail.com for now. Okay, and until I figure out what's going on with this website, when, girl. Because the pussy hole could always never. I be so busy, girl, building websites and doing all this stuff, girl. It's a lot, girl. Shit, girl. Sometimes you don't be feeling like all of that. Ooh. Ooh. Yes, hit the official campaign up, yes, and get you some style today at the official campaign at gmail.com. Ooh, so I just pinned the links to support in the chat. Who's ready to get this show started? Go ahead and hashtag let's go right now. It's up and it's stuck directly after this commercial break. Great. Okay. Oh, yes, we're back. What's going on, everybody? It's the official King Pain, and this is the home of the lituation where it's always lit. Period. Girl. Who's up late with the king? Oh, who's up late with the king? Oh, yes, it's the official King Pain show. Late night with the official King Pain, period. The one and only Dutch Free Zone, the one and only lituation, period. On the internet, all them other girls is pretending. Grew. About to receive a copyright strike sooner or later. Trademark infringement eventually. Girl. It's headed there, girl. Keep on playing with me. Girl. Oh, guys, it's the one and only Dust Free Zone, the home of the situation where a pussy hole could always never. Period. Period. Where there's no rusty, dusty, musty, crusty, raggedy, dirty, crispy, sissy, pissy, our pussy assholes allowed. Period, guys. Ari Spears, Tiffany Haddish wearing, that's you. Maz, don't even let they ass in. You see them hoes, motherfucking call the motherfucker police. Okay, on period. I hear the motherfucking feds is looking for them. That's what I heard when. Oh yes, we gonna talk about it. We gonna talk about it, girl. Everybody hashtag let's go. Oh, before we get into the show, okay, I have a few disclaimers. As you guys all know, this video is not made for kids, and your kids should be in a motherfucking bed anyway. Tell them the official King Pain said it. Period. Period. It's late, girl. And I'm in Cali, so girl, I can only imagine. Good. Oh, them is baby kids. They still. Oh, they should be in the bed. Go to bed. Good. Oh, everybody love the king, don't they? Yes. Kids want to stay up and things. Girl. Not tonight. Not tonight. This ain't the show for kids. This ain't the one. This ain't the one. Okay? Period. Yes, and everything being shown to you during this video is being shown to you underneath the fair use and commentary doctrine. Yes, let me go ahead and put up my banner now. Yes, girl. Disclaimer, disclaimer. Okay. Everything being shown to you is being shown to you underneath the fair use and commentary doctrine. It's scrolling right there at the bottom of the screen. Guys, it's my motherfucking opinion mixed with receipts. Okay? And a pussy hole could always never. The fucker. Yes, he did. Oh, what's going on, everybody? What's poppin', y'all? How was your Labor Day? Welcome back to the official lituation, the only lituation on YouTube. Okay, I'm here. Who was here for the exclusive interview earlier? Guys, we have Malik Joseph in the house from Hot Boys of Atlanta on MCTV, Milan Christopher's network. Okay. Yes, he has a couple different episodes on there, but his newest episode is Hot Boys of Atlanta. That is his newest web series that he got going on. He also has another series coming out, a dating show, really applying the pressure to Zeus Network. You know what I'm saying? Zeus got a dating show. Bobby, I Love You, Per. And now Milan has a dating show for the heart of Mula Mo. Okay, on period. So you guys make sure that you guys are supporting, okay, these black content creators, these black businesses, okay, on period, because I know that I will. Oh, now before we get into some drama, let's get into our Crown Family roll call. You guys make sure that you guys are supporting the home of the lituation, because if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. And I'm just here trying to make sure that my business is businessing, okay? Now I made it easy for you, and I didn't pinned, okay, I didn't pin the links, okay, to my Cash App and my PayPal, and I didn't apply my email so that you can Zelle me, like however you need to support, just support. Okay, we have Cash App, Super Chat, PayPal, Zelle, crypto, however you want to do it. Okay, just support. Yay. So let's get into our Crown Family roll call. Boots on the ground. Oh, yes. Shout out to Gemini. She said hashtag let's go. Everybody hashtag let's go. Okay, we don't die, we multiply. Period. We not going to bed. We up instead. Period. We got work to do, Crown Family. Period. Now, while we doing this Crown Family roll call, I need y'all to be signing a petition. Yes. Yes, girl. Oh, because the victims of Tiffany Haddish and Ari Spears, okay? The victims of the grooming and the molestation, the sexual exploitation, okay? They are calling for the immediate arrest, okay, of Tiffany Haddish and Ari Spears. And just like I suspected, I told you I seen a petition on these YouTube streets. There is a petition. Okay, let me go ahead and pin the link to the petition in the chat. Girl, we got work to do. Okay, we got another petition. We got another petition. Oh, shout out to Taviar. Wait, Tavior, the survivor. I don't know, girl. Shout out to you for you have to tell me how to say that one day. You might have to click the link. Okay, yes, another live show. Nick Q, what's going on, friend? Hey everybody, shout out to Doris the lady. What's poppin'? Cleaver, what is you doing? Ain't you out partying? I just ate you at Burning Man, friend. You here to live? Ooh, oh, you finally home from Burning Man. Okay, I'm period. See, that's what I get for assuming shit. I should have read it first. He said, just in time. Miss y'all. Finally home from Burning Man. You're definitely going to have to tell us all about Burning Man. So, period, friend. That's what's up. Shout out to you. Hey, Skilo in the motherfucking building. Period. He said they need to arrest the mother as well. Is that how you feel, Skilo? We're going to talk about it. The receipts are in. The Fisher can pay out all of the receipts. Okay, all period. Because, girl. Oh, girl, it's a lot of shit going on. It's a lot of shit going on. We got petitions. Okay, we got people trying to expose the kids, girl. Oh, motherfucker, Larry Reid is being sued. Girl. Oh. Oh, I'm only laughing because I was in a private. I had a private conversation. Remember when we was talking about the private, the three-way call that we were on, with me, Tasha K, and our mom. Well, there were some three-way conversations, and then there were four-way conversations as well. And Larry Reid was the fourth, and he was, saying things about, he was threatening, to sue a bad bitch. for following the exclusive that Tasha K had put out there about him stealing $25,000 from his subscribers. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, he felt some type of way about that. He was like, "How you gonna put that out there when Tasha K, uh, you know, said, I told Tasha K that that's not what it was, and Tasha K, she realized that she didn't know what the fuck she was talking about." I said, "Well, Greer, that's just not what it's giving me. That's just not giving me until it give me something else." It is what it is, girl. I'm just not believing the explanation because you said Olga told you not to tell Tasha K, but then Olga goes and tells Tasha K that she paid the debt. I mean, if the agreement was not to talk, then why would she go and then tell Tasha K that she covered? Like, I'm just not getting it. It's not making sense. Okay. I'm not like all the girls, you know what I'm saying? Like all the other girls is just gonna believe what you say, okay, on Periana. Yes, I'm not just gonna believe everything that you talk about with, okay, on period. Yes, yes, oh. But in his defense, I guess he did offer to give the money back. He did offer to get the money back, and you know what I'm saying? Um, the people said that they didn't want the money back. Something like that, girl. I don't really believe it, girl. I think he was making it up. I think he was making like he was hard pressed for the money, but girl, that's just my opinion. Oh, but that's not even why we here today. That's not even why we was here today. I just think it's funny that he's really getting sued now, girl. We gonna talk about it. Girl. Oh, just last week he was threatening to sue me. He was threatening to sue Tasha K, girl. He was upset, girl. He was upset, girl. Oh, okay. On period, you better stop playing with God's real children, okay? Shout out to Shay Baby in the motherfucking building. Hey, Auntie J, what's going on, friend? Cherie Washington, what's poppin'? Okay. Hello, Queen Cage. Okay, what's going on? Jordan, what's poppin'? You do graphic design. I know that's right. Okay, period. Guys, just go ahead and inbox me any graphics that you want to send to me. Okay, you wanna donate some graphics to the home of the lituation, yes, you can email those graphics to the official kingpain at gmail.com. Cause we ain't got no money. Period. Yes. I'm still waiting for the cash app to go off now. Period. Y'all make sure that y'all supporting the home of the lituation. Oh, we keep it lit around here. Shout out to DJ Charisma in the building. What's going on, friend? He said, I'm at work, but hey, period. Shout out to Rusticos. He said, why by because it is a lituation. Okay, we got Zane's Tarot in the building. Lisa Rada. Hey, friend. Ooh. Ooh, it's a lot going on. Oh, it's a lot going on. Who's ready to get into some things? Who's ready to get into some things? Yes, this is the one and only Death Free Zone. Everybody hashtag let's go. Everybody hashtag let's go. Girl, what? Yes, girl. I don't agree. We not here about that right now. We not here about that right now, girl. Y'all messy, girl. Girl, girl. Y'all don't even want to know what they spent the money on with. Shit, girl. Well, according to Tasha K, girl, he went out about a new chain. Okay. I said, nah, he spent the people's money on the chain. Oh, but I happen to have some inside information that I'm gonna hold and keep to myself, or you know what I'm saying. Oh, until a specified time with a pussy hole like we don't think they're gonna try to keg. Okay, period. Yes. Okay. I'm gonna keep it to myself with. Period. Uh Shout out to Alabama in the building. What's going on? Rare Diamond Black Queen. What's popping? Yes. Hey Leela Hunter, late night with the king. Period. Yes. Who's ready for the lituation? Who's ready for the lituation? Everybody hashtag let's go. Everybody hashtag let's go. Okay, on period. Where do we start? Oh yes. Oh yes. We're gonna start with Larry. We're gonna start with Larry. Period. Period. Okay, while he all over here, motherfucking talk about what's his name, Lamore. Why he worry about Lamore, and he all in his business weird. Okay, on period, calling him a thief, a girl, saying that he set up his own robbery, girl. That's what he said, when girl. That's why he getting sued now, when girl. But he out here doing the same thing. Let me find out this where you got the idea from, girl. Let me see if that's where you got the idea from. Okay, period. Let me. I'm pulling up my receipts. I'm sorry, you all. Oh, okay. Here we go. Why did the same thing earlier? Where is my receipt? Okay, let me just go to it. Girl, where's my receipts at, girl? I know I ain't missing it. When? Cause I see it right here, but I don't see it no more. It's not seeing. I'm not seeing what I'm seeing. Oh, okay, here we go. Oh, okay. All right. So everybody hashtag let's go. Shout out to Lisa, Rustica, NY peeps. Okay, on period. Everybody hashtag let's go. Let's go, let's go. I got my receipts. I got my receipts. I got my receipts. Everybody hashtag let's go. Everybody hashtag let's go. Okay. Everybody hashtag let's go. Everybody hashtag let's go. Okay. Now, according to the Shade Room in court documents, the official campaign went ahead and pulled the court docs. Okay. Uh, Bishop Lamore Whitehead is suing, okay, Demario Jives, okay, and Larry Reid for reportedly claiming he is a scammer, okay. The New York City Bishop Lamore Miller Whitehead sues the men who claimed that he's a scammer after the $1 million robbery. I don't know if you guys remember, a couple months ago, Bishop Lamore Whitehead was robbed during his church service, okay, and it was all captured on a live, okay. He was robbed. He and his wife were robbed at gunpoint for over $1 million worth of jewelry. Now, I'm not gonna lie, okay. In Larry Reid's In Demario Jive's defense, okay, I did go back and I must have watched the robbery about a dozen times today. And it looks very suspicious. Very suspicious. Very, 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 very suspicious. Okay. I mean, there was a guy sitting there. He didn't move, he didn't blink. I didn't see anybody point a gun at him. I didn't hear anybody yell at him, don't move. You know, it just, I mean, it did look suspicious. So, Jives and Larry Reid um, were calling him out. You know what I'm saying? And I guess the bishop didn't like the things that they were saying. Okay. Back in July, Bishop Lamore Whitehead became a topic of discussion when his church was robbed during a live stream as he preached from his pulpit. Many people have weighed in on the bishop since the incident. Now he is suing two men he claims accused him of being a scammer, among other things. Okay. The New York Post reports that Bishop Whitehead has filed twin $20 million lawsuits against YouTubers Demario Jives, who is known as King Jives, and online personality Larry Reid, after they reportedly claimed he was a scammer, as well as other things. The lawsuit states that the accusations caused Whitehead to lose business deals, church members, and income. My, 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 my. I can see that, because they have a large audience of, church goers. You know what I'm saying? A lot of their content is surrounding church content and media. So yeah, I mean, I can see that, especially, in these black churches, okay, they gossip just like the rest of us, and word travels fast. Agree, I'm trying to told you where. In the documents which were filed in Kings County Court last week, Friday, state the last month Jive said that Whitehead was wearing the same jewelry that he got robbed in. My, 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 my. The documents also allege that he accused the bishop of drug dealing and working with uh 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 uh, uh, uh I, what they said. Who is he working with? Gangs. I think he said gangs. He said gangs. My. Larry Reid is in the comments. He said if he needed a loan, all he had to do was ask. My. Larry Reid making light of the situation. If he needed a loan. Oh, Jives. Okay, with the comment as well. I mean, at least I'm sexy on this good picture. And ooh, yes, he did. He said, Chell says, I'm not a bank. I can't help him. I'm Tickle King Jives. Okay. It looks like he's taking a page out of Tasha K's book and he's like, I ain't got it. Okay. Period. Where are you? He said, I ain't got it. My. Let's take a peek at some of the comments. Someone says that the lawsuit proves it. My. My. This person feels that, the mere fact that you are going out of your way to sue these guys for their commentary, because they are commentators on YouTube. That's what they do. Okay. And I'm sure that you've enjoyed a lot of their content up until the point it was about you. You know what I'm saying? Um, and I kind of feel the same way this person does, if it don't apply, let it fly. I mean, you don't have to prove. I mean, especially you being a pastor, who who are they to judge you? I mean, who do you have? You don't have to prove anything to nobody but God. If it don't apply, let it fly. It's giving you want those rumors to go away. And the people that robbed him still haven't been caught, which is awfully suspicious as well. I mean, being that they caught them on camera and they caught the car, they you know they captured the car that they were in on camera as well. So that's oddly suspicious as well. Um, Bishop Hip Hop only sees money. My. We back at this. The church robbers. My. Another lawsuit, I swear. There is a new one every 5 minutes. Okay? Period. Period. Okay, first it was Tasha K. Now it's her good Judy. Larry Reid back in court again. Olga, where's Conscious TV? Oh, will he be using Olga again? It looks like he needs Olga again. Looks like he needs Olga help again. My. As the world turns. Oh, his mentee was just trashing the fuck out of his attorney. Okay. The same attorney that his good friend Tasha K recommended to him. Okay, on period. The same attorney that he's been using, the same attorney that he still has contracted. You know what I'm saying? Looks like he has to give her a call now. Okay, on period. Somebody said, if it ain't true, why sue? I know that's right. Ooh. Somebody said your church is in an event space and you're wearing Gucci suits. What do you expect? My. And I noticed that too. That church was awfully tiny for you to be wearing $1 million worth of jewelry with a congregation of only 25 people. Them is some motherfucking heavy hitters in that motherfucking building, okay? Oh, period. What they dropping, motherfucking 100,000 in every Sunday each? He got on $1 million motherfucking worth of jewelry win. But you know, he did give it up rather easy, okay, on Piriana. It's given that he understands, you know what I'm saying, the love of money. Okay, on Piriana. He don't love it, but he don't love that shit that much. He gave that motherfucking shit up so quick. He said, here. He said, where you want me on the floor? Like this? He Y'all have to see the video. Y'all have to see the video. I mean, he got on the floor so quick. Nobody knew what he was doing. Like the minister in the back. I mean, it happened. So he was just looking. He was like, and it was so fast. Like the clip is less than a minute long. The people was in and out like this. He didn't fight back. He didn't resist at all. There were no questions asked. You know, he gave them that jury and they got on. That's what it's giving me. Shit. Somebody said, sir, you're going to lose. Somebody said, whoever reading this, stay focused. You got this. And we're going to stop right there. Yeah. Yeah. What are your thoughts? Somebody said, I thought in the Bible, money is the root of all evil. No, the love of money is the root of all evil. And clearly he don't love the money that much because, like I said, he gave up that chain rather quickly, rather easily, no resistance. Unless like King Jives and Larry Reid are suggesting it was all a setup, a plot. You know what I'm saying? You know, an assurance scheme. You know what I'm saying? And they were also suggesting that He's wearing the same jewelry that was stole from him. So it's giving that, it was all staged, according to Larry Reid and King Jives. And again, everything said here is the legend. And, these are not my views. These are the views of Larry Reid and King Jives. And I'm just here doing my job. Period. I just thought I'd throw that out there because these girls get too happy around here. Girl, Lord knows the Fisher King Band ain't got no $20 billion, girl. Okay. And I don't think Larry Reid or King Jives do either. Okay. Yes. Oh. It's giving very much scammy. Did you see the video? Y'all want to post a link? I'll post a link to the video so you guys can see the video. It's only 1 minute. You can go check out the video and come back. In the meantime, definitely check out the petition. Are you guys signing the petition with Tiffany Haddish and Ari Spears? Okay, the victims are calling for their immediate arrest. Definitely check out the petition. We'll be checking the petition out in just a second. Okay. I want to show y'all. Bishop Whitehead getting robbed. I'm not gonna show it. I'm just gonna drop the link. Like I said, it's a 1 minute video. He ain't about to be suing me. I'm sure he wants this shit off the internet. Okay. Okay. So he records his church services. And that's why. And it's like the angle was trash too. Like there was so much that you could not see. You know what I'm saying? So just like, where are the other angles? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are they not showing us? Yeah. So that is the link to the video. You guys can check it out really quickly and come on back. Okay, on period. Bishop Whitehead gets robbed during church service. It's like less than 1 minute. And it's very suspicious. Like they were in and out in less than 1 minute. Okay. Like this is the come up of a lifetime. $1 million worth of jewelry in less than 1 minute. Oh, my, my, my. My, my, my. Pastor went and followed them, got licensed and pulled up beside them. What you mean, NYPs? What you heard when? Preaching in a hole in the wall with $1 million worth of jewelry on. Okay? $1 million worth of, and then also that something else I found suspicious that out of the 25 people that you had in the building that day, nobody spoke out. No one has said anything. I mean, Bishop Whitehead has gone on at least a dozen interviews since this has happened. Okay. And you mean none of your members, nobody else that was there that day has spoken out to confirm your stories? I seen in one interview that he said they came in and they laid the whole church down. Everybody got on the ground. It definitely wasn't given that. And you, a man of God, why are you fabricating parts of the story? Because I know there was one man who's in the video that didn't get on the ground for sure. For sure didn't move. I mean, he didn't have enough time. They didn't have enough time to lay all 25 to 30 people down. It was the robbery was less than 1 minute. So I don't know. And then, these people leader. Why would nobody jumped up to help or protect or in defense of the pastor? Y'all all sat there and let the pastor get robbed like that. When did nobody push a chair out? Did nobody trip none of them motherfuckers win? I don't know. I don't know. I just it's definitely giving insurance fraud, but that's neither here or there. Okay, period. Yes, it's giving the love of money. My. A real preacher would have given them the word. Okay, this ain't what's that movie called? Next Sunday. Okay, on period. This ain't next Sunday, girl. On period. Sure, this is real life shit. Y'all nigga dropped to the ground so quick. He was like, "Oh no, today is the day." Oh, he must have seen Jesus. Jesus told him to get on the ground. That's what Jesus said. Be afraid. Be very afraid. Okay, the fear of the Lord made him drop to the ground immediately. I mean, the robbers must have just came in and just dropped the mask down, and it was all the way in the back of the church before they even got close to him. He was on the ground. He didn't defend his wife or himself or the kids. No, he didn't. He didn't give him the thief on the cross talk. None of that. None of that. Y'all seen the video? Y'all seen the video? I dropped the link to the video. Somebody said, Fashy, so what he need all that to preach the word? Absolutely. He definitely didn't need all of that to preach the word. It's given orchestrated like Jesse Smollett. Oh, Wesker said, I'm over these churches. Girl, girl, you can't be over the church. You just got to find the right way, girl. The church starts in your heart, period. Black people are children of God. Certain ones, we are intuitive. We be knowing. Girl, we be knowing. And like somebody said in the comments, if it ain't true, why sue? And then for such an egregious amount, you know them girls don't got no $20 million. Larry Reid. King Jobs, girl, these girls don't have $20 million. But you know, a lot of people suspected that this was going to happen after the whole Cardi B, Tasha K thing, that, you know, people were going to start using tactics like this to shut up bloggers and content creators, you know. Yeah, he may not win. A lot of people are saying, oh, he may not win because he can't prove malice. He's not going to be able to prove malice. But there is an article, and in the article, he was saying, you know, how he lost a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? And church members, so he can prove loss, as you know what I'm saying. But people were saying that, you know, malice is going to be sort of hard to prove. So, but even if he does not win, you know what I'm saying. I mean, he wears $1 million worth of jewelry. He ain't worried about, you know what I'm saying, a couple 100,000 in lawyer fees. You know what I'm saying. It's going to hit Larry Reid and King Jives way harder than it's going to hit Bishop Lamore Whitehead. So that's just my opinion. Okay, you guys let me know what you guys think in the comments. Did you see the tacky press conference he had after the robbery? Girl, yes. He called Larry all kinds of F words, called the lady Biggie Big. What? Yeah, I heard he's a cussing pastor. Yeah, girl. I heard he said the other F word too. Mm-hmm. That's what I heard. Mm-hmm. So he said these likes, it could all be so simple, but you rather make it hard. Like, share, and subscribe. Period. Oh. Yeah, so I just thought I'll bring that to you guys, okay, on period. That was some interesting tea I saw in these YouTube streets today, okay, on period. And like I said, I found it very ironic because just last week, Mr. Larry Reid was talking about slewing the official kingpin. I said, girl, Priscilla could always never grow. Send the documents in, okay, on period. Send the documents in, girl. Oh, moving right along. Where? Moving right along. When who's ready for the lituation? Okay, to stay lit. Okay, who's ready to stay lit with the king? Who's ready to stay lit with the king? Okay, on period. Okay, let me pull up the next lituation. Okay, let me pull up the next lituation. And are you guys signing this petition? Let me go over here and make sure that the petition is being signed. Ooh, y'all love signing petitions. What's wrong? Y'all love signing petition. Oh, I'm about to pull up the petition in a second. Okay, so Jason Lee. Okay, as promised. Okay, um, well, he sort of exposed Jane Doe and John Doe's identity, sort of. I mean, anybody that is willing to do a little bit of research can probably figure out who Jane Doe and John Doe is now, since Jason Lee has released the identity of the mother. I have the article here, okay? An Hollywood Unlocked exclusive. I'm probably not gonna put it up because he's been blocking the girls, striking the girls, and the pussy hole could always what? Never. But what I will do, I will read the article for you guys, okay? Yes, girl. And a lot of people were wondering how they're gonna try to spin this, girl. Well, they're spinning it. Allegedly, there were other people involved, and Tiffany Haddish regrets deeply for accepting the role in this pedophile skit. Okay, she's making like she was just some sort of hired hand. Okay, some paid help. Okay, I have the article here. Okay, Hollywood exclusive, Hollywood Unlocked exclusive. Okay, Tiffany Haddish relived. Hold on. Hold on. Make sure I'm saying that right. Because Priscilla could always number. Oh, relieved. Okay, on period. I'm like, hold on. What's going on? Ooh. I'm like, what? Anyway. Girl. Blind moment. Okay. Tiffany Haddish relieved after Ari Spears skit video surfaces. Bitch, what you relieved for? She said, I wanted to take responsibility and I was tired of being extorted. Oh, girl, now she being extorted when, okay, on period. Now she being motherfucking extorted when, okay, on period. What the fuck else you expect from a motherfucking hood mom, a ghetto mom, okay, on period? They not about to go to motherfucking court and all that motherfucking weird ass shit, okay, on period. They gonna get it out your motherfucking ass when, period. That's what it's giving me. Okay, y'all said the mother was suffering from mental illness and stuff, and y'all was keeping her close, and you know what I'm saying, calling all the time, like you know what I'm saying. She was leaning on you for what she needed. You molested her kids, extorted. According to according to the victims, this whole situation caused the mother to lose her sanity. Okay. So what was intended to be a major shakedown for Tiffany Haddish turned out to be a great relief for the comedian. However, further details left out about two separate incidents, which led to a long, threatened lawsuit, have shed a negative light to the renowned comedian and sparked an even larger conversation online. Okay. Last week, a civil lawsuit was filed in Los Angeles Superior Court by siblings identified only as Jane Doe, now 22, and John Doe, who was born in 2007. Jane, who is John's legal guardian, is the plaintiff in the lawsuit, both individually and on her young brother's behalf. The suit accuses Ari Spears and Haddish of abusing the plaintiffs sexually when they were both minors and alleges the comedians groomed and coerced them into filming sexually explicit child pornography skits. One of the disgusting and very inappropriate videos has made its rounds online. The 2014 skit titled Through a Pedophile's Eyes shows Haddish dropping off a child and leaving him with Spears. While watching the little boy play with his toys, Spears begins to make sexual gestures at him before rubbing down his back. To note, Haddish was approached by Spears to take on the skit when she was an up and coming comedian. My, 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 my. So they trying to downplay, Tiffany's whole role in the situation. Like, oh, she was approached by Spears. Spears was a bigger comedian. He's a bigger entity. She was up and coming, so that's why she agreed to do it. Note that her career took off in 2019 after the video was taken down in 2018. A lot of people think that that's some sort of secret society hoopla. But yeah, she was not present when those inappropriate videos were filmed, nor did she get to see the completed project. Okay. So Tiffany Haddish is alleging that she was not around when the inappropriate scenes were filmed, nor did she get to see the project. But the victims are alleging that she was there the entire time. Not only was she there, but she was directing. Okay. Uh, when she eventually saw the final product, she later asked for the video to be taken down immediately, but Iris refused, and the skit later showed up on the platform Funny or Die Digital. Those who came across the unsettling clip can agree that the video was not even close to funny. However, many online users are now also questioning what parents would allow their child to be a part of the project like this. Okay. And Tiffany, you know what I'm saying? This article is written by her friend Jason, Jason Lee, because this doesn't explain the fact that you recruited the kids from your friend, and these are your friend's children that you brought over there. You were their supervisor. You were, they were left in your care. So if something happened to them in your care, I don't see how you're trying to negate from the responsibility. Like, you're still the responsible party, even more so. What you saying that you just dropped them off to Spears and he was you allowed him to do whatever he wanted with them, came back, picked them up, and then took them to their mom without asking what happened, didn't check the video, didn't care why the boy was crying? I mean, how callous, how cold. Like, make it make sense. You pick the kids up, you drop the kids off. You picked the kids up from their mom. You took them to be filmed. You separated their kids and then you left. while Ari Spears were able to strip the child naked and get into the bathtub with the boy naked. It's the zero accountability factor for me. Oh, where was the child's parents? You were their parent in that moment. You were their guardian. They were left in your care. Where was your raggedy ass at? Where was the motherfucking parent? Where were you at? You wouldn't have to be worried about being extorted. You wouldn't even be worried about being extorted right now had you been not involved with this bullshit. But you knew you were involved. Clearly. Well, no, let me pull the article up because y'all clearly need to see this. Y'all clearly need to see this. Y'all clearly need to see this. Because Jason Lee then exposed the mother of the kids. Okay. Okay. So, the mother of the siblings, identified by Haddish's attorney and TMZ as Triza Morris. My. Now, remember, they said there's a few things that they left out that will prove that, Tiffany is actually the victim in this situation. She's the victim of extortion. I mean, are you saying that Ari Spears and the mother, Triza Morris, were working together to extort you when you were an up and coming comedian and didn't have no money? I mean, what would be the purpose? What would be the purpose of trying to extort you when you're up and coming, like you said? Turns out that Triza Morris was actually longtime friends with Tiffany Haddish at one point, who actually got paid for the skits. My, they're saying that, she actually got paid for the skits. So why are we here? But things went left after Morris approached the entertainer following her success in Girls Trip. My. So after seeing Tiffany Haddish star in Girls Trip, okay, Triza Morris then wanted more money because she was already paid, which means that you're guilty. You're guilty. You're guilty. You've been paying. You've been paying. You've been paying. All of a sudden, you're on this high horse. You feeling like that bitch. You cuss the hoes out at the Globe Awards. You know what I'm saying? You's a rich bitch now. You don't want to pay no more. But these kids are damaged for life. They said that you stole their childhood from them. She said she started asking for help with her comedic career. My. When Haddish explained that she was unable to do so at the time, that's when Moore started hinting to going public with the video. My. The mother even started claims that her son was molested while filming, prompting Tiffany to encourage her to file a police report, which Morris eventually did. Okay. So Tiffany allegedly is the one that encouraged her to file the police report. I bet she did. I bet she that way she can make sure that she wasn't included in it. Yeah, go file a police report on Ari's ass. Aries did that shit, girl. Girl. Yeah, it was Aries all by himself. Make sure you don't put me in that, girl, because I was just in Girls Trip. I don't need none of that on my name, Win. That's what it's giving me. So Morris eventually did. However, there was no wrongdoing found. Despite all of that, in 2020, Morris was actually seen in pictures celebrating Haddish's 40th birthday. And here are the pictures of Morris celebrating Tiffany Haddish's 40th birthday in 2020. What do you mean, despite all that, no wrongdoing was found? We definitely seen a lot of wrongdoing in that videos. Clearly, the police ain't look at the videos. Clearly, the police ain't look at the videos. Because anybody with eyes can tell you that there was a lot of wrong in those videos. But despite all that, again, downplaying the situation, he says in 2020, further downplaying the situation, Morris, who they say suffers from mental anguish, okay, mental disability, uh, 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 was at Tiffany Haddish's 40th birthday party. This makes Tiffany Haddish look wrong on a number. Like, why? It's definitely giving groom, because you not only were you grooming the kids, you were grooming the parent to be okay with it. Oh, let me take you to these parties. Let me give you a little money here and there so you can stay quiet. The article goes on to say, so what made them want to move forward years later? While many would assume that Morris has possibly encouraged her children to speak out to get justice, to some people it comes off as if Morris simply found the perfect opportunity to retaliate against Haddish, knowing the latest controversy surrounding Spears, who has been making headlines over his disrespectful comments about singer Lizzo. So again, they're making as though, she has some kind of vendetta against Haddish, and why? I mean, outside of her, molesting her children and taking advantage of her kids, allegedly, all everything said here is alleged, by the way, and everything being shown to you is underneath the fair use and commentary doctrine. Um, Knowing what happened, knowing what this woman is alleging, why, why does Tiffany Haddish have her in close proximity to her? Somebody accused me of some weird shit like this. I want them far, 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 far away from me. Period. Period. So, plaintiff's mother, Trisha Morris, okay, again, anybody with good Wi-Fi, you know what I'm saying? Shit, you could have dial up. You know what I'm saying? You could find out. You could probably Google and figure out who the children are. He put out the mother's name and said has been trying to assert these bogus claims against Miss Haddish for several years. I don't see anything bogus about the claims. Okay, especially since Tiffany is making like she. I mean, it's. I think it's even worse. I think it's even worse if she's making like she just dropped them off. Like you picked up this woman kids, you just dropped them off to some strange man while he sexually exploited them, and then you picked them up, didn't ask them any questions, gave them funny suckers, what sleepy pops, or whatever, and like what you never asked any questions, you never looked at the video, you were also a victim. Like, girl, please, I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it at all. Um, the article goes on to read every attorney who has initially taken on her case, and there were several ultimately dropped the matter once it became clear that the claims were meritless and Miss Haddish would not be shaken down. Now, Miss Morris has her adult daughter representing herself in this lawsuit. The two of them will together face the consequences of pursuing this frivolous action, the comedian's attorneys Andrew Brutler said in a statement. I prepared the following for your review and approval. Plaintiff's mother, Treza Morris, has been trying to assert these bogus claims against Ms. Haddish for several years. Every attorney who has initially taken on her case, and there were several, ultimately dropped the matter once it became clear that the claims were meritless and Ms. Haddish would not be shaken down. Now, Ms. Morris has her adult daughter representing herself in this lawsuit. The two of them will together face the consequences of pursuing this frivolous action. Okay? So, yes. All right. Good. Anyway, so more on the case. And I don't know if we need to read this because we didn't, I feel like everything, like, it's like a lot of repetitive stuff with like little bits of new information. Like, girl. But anyway, more on the case. As of Monday, September 5th, the woman who accused them of grooming her and her younger brother and coercing them into filming sexually explicit skits when they were children has urged the district attorney of Los Angeles to arrest and prosecute the comedians immediately for their alleged actions. In addition to the 2014 skit with the young boy, the lawsuit alleges that the first skit, filmed in 2013, involved Haddish teaching 14-year-old Jane how to mimic fellatio on a Subway sandwich. The lawsuit alleges that Haddish and Spears stole the youth of the 7-year-old child and the 14-year-old child. Okay? The matter's breadth and complexity require your jurisdictional powers and resources to tackle an end string of depravity committed by Haddish and Spears. Jane Doe wrote in a letter sent to the Los Angeles County District Attorney George Gascon on Monday, which we're going to take a look at in just a moment. My brother and I are prepared to speak with investigators and prosecutors from the office and provide you with irrefutable evidence that substantiates our allegations, she said. However, Haddish on Monday said in an Instagram post that she regretted having agreed to act in a sketch that is now at the center of the lawsuit. My. I know people have a bunch of questions. Okay. This is Tiffany Haddish's public statement, and we've read this. And she said, I get it. I'm right there with you. Unfortunately, because there is an ongoing legal case, there's very, very little that I can say right now. Haddish, who starred in Girls Trip, said in the post, but clearly, while the sketch was intended to be comedic, it wasn't funny at all, and I deeply regret having agreed to act in it. She said, I really look forward to being able to share a lot more about the situation as soon as I can. While Haddish is waiting for the right time to speak more on this legal case, she did say to us that she's extremely relieved that this has all come forth and she has had enough of being threatened by this. I wanted to take responsibility and I was tired of being extorted. My. My. I'm sure that those kids are tired of living in fear as well. Okay. Somebody said we watched this kid. Tiffany can't lie about it, girl. Somebody said the devil is a lie. They need to be locked up. Okay, locked the fuck up. Period. For real. Okay. Aries is an allegedly wife beater. My. Girl. Girl, I'm trying to tell you when. Okay, she probably wanted to network and needed a way in. Girl, I don't know. Okay. Um, She see mom struggling trying to get into the industry, and Tiffany played her and the kids. Okay. In my opinion, that photo means nothing. They both, Aries and Tiff, are still wrong. Period. That photo means nothing. Nothing, nothing. Especially when you saying that the mother suffers from mental anguish, and she hasn't been the same since, the children were molested. She kept lying to the mom, yet telling her, "Shut up if you want to meet industry friends." My. The videos have been scrubbed. They have now resurfaced. Yeah, they were on the internet, baby. Once they're on the internet, they're always on the internet. Okay, it's always going to be on the internet. Okay, on period. Somebody pulled it from the archives. Okay, the archives. Okay. Um, guys, let me go ahead and drop the link. Okay. I'm about to drop the link. The link is dropped. Let's take a look at. Oh, girl, relief. Okay, I'm here. Girl, sometimes I feel like, a little dyslexic queen, girl. Because I thought that said something totally. I said, I relived. Girl, the V and the E was mixed up. I was like, girl, what happened when? What, oh, wait, what? She relived it. What? Girl. Oh, anyways, there's the link right there, friend. Okay, let me pull up this petition. Okay, because the victims are calling for the immediate arrest of Tiffany Haddish and Iris Spears for grooming and molesting Jane Doe and John Doe. Okay, now I posted the link to this petition in the chat. Okay, and this petition was created by Jane Doe. Okay, and you guys can go ahead and sign the petition if you want. Okay, there is the link right there in the chat. If you guys want to come up and sound off, you guys have something to say, want to chime in about anything that we talked about tonight, okay, there is the StreamYard link. Okay, let me read this petition and I'm going to start calling you guys up. Okay, so Tiffany Haddish and Iris Spears accused of grooming and molesting. 2 days ago, a woman and her younger brother have accused comedian Tiffany Haddish and Iris Spears in a new lawsuit of grooming them and when they were kids. Okay, so Doe Vadish, okay, Doe V Haddish. I guess this is just you know what I'm saying, for protection. Okay, started this petition. You know what I'm saying? So my name is Jane Doe. I'm the legal guardian of John Doe, my little brother. I am representing your support in getting Los Angeles District Attorney George Gaskin and the Los Angeles Police Department to arrest, prosecute Tiffany Haddish, Iris Spears for the 2013 and 2014 molestation of my brother and me. The evidence of my brother's assault can be viewed by clicking the link below. And there is the link right there. And like I said, you see, they pulled it from a web archive. So, once it's on the internet, it's always on the internet. There be all kind of backlinks and stuff. So, the petition goes on to read, on or about January 28th, 2020, our mother filed a police report concerning the incidents with the Las Vegas, Nevada Police Department. The Las Vegas, Nevada Police Department transferred the case to Los Angeles Police Department. We are asking for your support to get the LAPD and LA District Attorney's Office to take over the investigation and arrest and prosecute Iris Spears and Tiffany Haddish for the crimes visited upon my brother and me. We believe Tiffany Haddish and Iris Spears violated the following penal codes, okay? Lewd and girl, lewd and lascivious acts, something like that, with a child or minor. Girl, I don't know how to say that word. How do I say this word, girl? Hold on. Girl. Let me see, girl. I'm just having a blonde day today. Girl, what's this word, Win? All of that. Okay, how we say that? Lascivious. Lascivious act. Okay? Lewd and lascivious acts. Period. with a minor child, period. Lewd and lascivious acts with a child under the age of 14. Annoying or molesting a child under 18. Child endangerment. Child pornography. Soliciting a soliciting a minor for lewd purposes. Fraud. Obscene material. Advertising obscene material. False imprisonment. Employment of minors to participate in child pornography, duplicating, developing, printing, and exchanging child pornography, transportation and distribution of child pornography, obscene matter, human trafficking for pimping child pornography, human trafficking, arranging a meeting with a person that the defendant believed to be a minor for the purpose of exposing his or her genitals or public or rectal area or engaging in lewd and lascivious behavior. On behalf of my brother, we thank you for your support, and it is our prayer that District Attorney Gaskin takes our case seriously and arrest and prosecute Tiffany Haddish and Irie Spears. Kind regards, Jane Doe. And she sent this in to, uh, 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 who is it? The district attorney? Is that who she sent it into? Hold on. Girl. Yeah, district attorney. Yeah, Los Angeles district attorney. That's what she sent to him, along with the link to the video. So, I mean, I feel, if he click that link, I mean, that's all you're going to need to see right there. That's all you're going to need to know. Okay, are you guys signing the petition? Okay. Are you guys, do you guys want to see Tiffany Haddish and Iris go to jail? Do you guys think that they did it? Okay. Do you guys think that they did it? Let me know. Well, the link is in the comments. Okay, I don't know what's going on with this thing. It's going up and down, up and down. You guys are signing, you guys not signing. Let me know in the comments. Are you guys signing the petition? Drop a 1 in the chat, drop a 2 in the chat if not. Okay, so you guys will start coming up now. I have the link posted in the chat if anybody wants to come up and chime in. Let me pull up my friends backstage. Hey, Rustica. Hey, Cherie. What's going on?
Hey, friend. Oh my
Hey.
goodness. Excuse my voice. I'm in DC right now, so like I was asleep, but then I saw your live going on. But I want to tell you that I love you so much. I
Oh, I
watch
love
you
you
on the
too.
chasing and everything. So yeah. hmm
Oh, yes, friend. I love you too. Yes.
Yes.
Auntie J in the building. What's
So
going on?
so about this Tiffany Haddish stuff. I don't want to talk about the pastor thing because he's a joke. He's not worth my breath right now. But with the Tiffany Haddish thing, I definitely think they need to go to jail because the videos were disturbing, and I don't know, like me being a product of molestation. Can I say that? But I said it already. But they got to go, and definitely the mother needs to be investigated as well.
Absolutely. So you think that the mother is to blame? Why do you blame the mother? What did the mother do? Because she
She
took
gave
money from
her
Tiffany
children
Haddish?
away.
I don't think she
She
gave her
gave her
children
children
away. I
away.
think she did what she thought was best when she found out. What was she gonna do? Get some attorneys? She was trying to get help for her kids. She was trying to pay for the therapy, and she asked Tiffany for $15,000, and they said no. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, but and then being mentally disabled and losing her job, she didn't have a lot of resources to pull to go and get some big attorney to sue them. So,
But
and they were giving her money, they were taking her out, they were keeping them close. So I
I
feel
don't
like she
have
was
any
manipulated
kids.
as well.
But I could never like we have motherly instincts as being as females, and I me personally like I've been traumatized. I got diagnosed with PTSD and long term depression because what was done to me as a child. So I couldn't imagine. Like I can't imagine what the kids are going through. But being a mother, like that's crazy. Like you know, um, and the fact that Tiffany she products herself off being this over sexual person, and then talk about the children when bring your kids to work day and stuff like that. Like what? She likes that.
So I think it's funny how she making like she dropped the kids off and left. Like, girl, you dropped the kids off and left?
No, I don't
Like,
think so. She was
but
getting off from
even
them
and
when she
still,
showed
you
the
still
girl how to.
responsible. If you gave
She
me your
showed the girl
kid,
how to perform fellatio. Like what?
if you let me babysit your kids, or take your kids to the park, and I took your kids and I dropped them off to one of my other friends who I I trust, you don't know them, you've never met them, but something happens to them in my friend's care. Not only are you mad at my friend, but you're pissed the fuck off at me. Like the fuck, I was the one that you left the kids with. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I don't see how
Mhm.
somehow Tiffany escaped the rapture. Like she, the like why isn't them? I mean, if I was the parent, I'd be just as upset with her as Iris. Why are you still hanging out with
I'll
Tiffany?
be in somebody's jailhouse. I'm
Yeah,
telling
I mean,
you.
she was still hanging out with Tiffany, accepting money for Tiffany, being wined and dined by Tiffany. It's giving definitely more of a relationship than this long-term friendship that they're trying to say. Like even how she was just
Hmm.
steps away from Tiffany at her birthday party, just looking, you know what I'm saying? It's giving like, okay, like, I'm just here to support. That's my girl, this is her moment type of thing. It's not about me type of thing because she definitely don't fit in. She definitely didn't look like she fit in there. But she was there because Tiffany wanted her to be there because they wanted to keep
All
them
three of
close.
them need to be locked up. That's all I'm saying.
I think they wanted to keep them
Mhm.
close. I don't know.
They need to be locked and throw away the key. Like we doing this R. Kelly stuff. Like and this happened 7 years ago, right?
This happened in 2013.
So yeah. Uh-uh. So eight going on 9 years ago, and just because Tiffany is she's the most, she's the most, she's the star, right? So I mean, but it's still like the fact that I can't understand how something like this should be published, and they was
Y'all
able
don't
to
understand
film.
how because y'all not looking at the fucking mama. If y'all looked at the mama, if y'all looked at the king,
Hmm?
I'm upset because it's a lot of things that's come to light over the last couple of days about this. I'm going to go ahead and give my opinion. Hate me for it. I ain't talking about you. I'm talking about whoever. I'm gonna say something. This my word. Everybody don't understand how this happened. How this happened. If you've seen the things that have popped up in the algorithm today about the mom, then you will
Mhm.
understand why I'm angry. She was already in the industry. Understand me? She was
Mhm.
already on comedy tours. So this puts a hole in her story, not the victim story, because they're kids. This puts a whole hole in her story about her not knowing. She was already in the industry, and I'm feeling like she offered up her damn kids because she was already close to them. She was already in the industry. She was already in
Mhm.
comedy, and she felt like she was promised something she didn't get. She drug it
Mhm.
up there, and then she left it alone. She got her payday and fell back. Now, this what they call a conspiracy theory, but
Mhm.
I wouldn't be shocked if it came out to be true because that be truth when they call it conspiracy theory. That mama already was a comedian. So she knew what she was doing about giving her kids up, dog. She wanted to elevate. She was denied, okay, which happened to be when everything, oh, she was gonna do this and that. I don't in my heart,
Do you think that she was
in
denied
my
because she
heart.
was too dark?
I feel like she was denied because she didn't have that Hollywood look. Yes, I do.
Mhm.
I do.
She wasn't that funny either. Like she wasn't
We're
funny
not
like
talking
that.
about Tiffany. We're talking about the mother.
What I'm
Her
saying
either.
is, what I'm saying is, I stand with the victims always because them is babies. They didn't know the back alley deal their mama had done made. She knew exactly what she was doing because she was already on the circuit with them people. She knew.
Wow.
She knew. And so
No.
everybody around talking about she didn't know. Everybody played on her because she was depressed. That I feel like in my spirit that's false. I feel like she knew what she was getting into and she offered up her kids and then she got a Faustian deal. And you know what a Faustian deal is? When you make a deal with the devil, he crossed you. That's what happened. You thought you was gonna give up your kids and get fame. That didn't happen. So you brought out the first charges. You didn't do it to protect your children. You brought it because you was mad. Okay, so boom. Now if Jane Doe brought them, she has a right to, because now she protected her brother. But I feel like this is getting stirred up for a reason. And somebody in the industry got in one of these kids' ears and act like they was friends with them, saying that we have your back when it's really a setup. It's really a setup. It's a setup. The mama knew exactly what it was because she is in the industry as well. So for everybody talking about she took advantage of the mother, no, the hell she didn't. That mother was in the industry. And people in the industry, they know about these back alley deals and what the hell go on. Because that was up there for years. And if she was a comedian, she know about Funny or Die. And I'm pretty sure she was checking Funny or Die because she's a comedian. So you mean to tell me you've never seen it? You've never seen it?
Agreed.
I'm gonna tell you what I feel. And it could be very unpopular, but sometimes the truth is unpopular.
I'm with you.
She is not a victim. The
too.
mother isn't. The mother is not a victim.
Yeah, the mama, she got played.
The mother got played.
The mother
got played.
The mother got paid too.
She got paid and she got played.
And she got played. But the mere fact that you exploited your 5 children by 5 different men.
Thank you.
Okay. Because you don't make the same mistake twice.
But you know what? This story was so salacious. This story was so salacious, and the exploitation, it had all the elements of a good story for everybody. But what everybody keeps skipping over is the mom. Everybody keeps saying, oh, she's innocent. No, the hell she ain't, because if she wrote it,
okay, but you know, everybody has thoughts and opinions, and right now, based off of what you know, is an opinion and it's conjecture.
And I said that's my opinion. Didn't I say that?
And it's an opinion and conjecture.
I said that's my opinion. Didn't I say that? Didn't I say that's my opinion?
I don't know what the fuck. I don't know what the fuck you said, but what I'm saying right now, and I'm making a statement. What I'm making a statement is, what I'm making a statement is, what I'm saying is that Tiffany Haddish, the facts are, and the facts are out here, and you guys may or may not know. I'm not saying what the fuck you already said. I'm saying,
baby, why you cussing at me?
I'm saying what the fuck I'm saying. And as the fuck
Sugar Love, you ain't got to cuss at me. It ain't that serious, dog. I'm for the victims. I don't know why I got cussed at, baby, but it's all good, though. But like I said, this is my opinion. This is my opinion, and what I won't do.
We all gotta be respectful to each other, y'all.
And have I not been very respectful? Did I curse? Did I curse one time? Did I?
No, you know, I'm listening. Look, I'm listening to you, boo. Like I agree with everything you have said.
I have not attacked anyone. I have not cursed anyone. I said it was my opinion. I said what I think, that people are looking over this fact, because what we get presented with in the public television, they give you enough for us to do this. Talk about it, talk about it, talk about it. They feed you enough. They don't give you enough background, you know, and I've never disrespected anyone. And I don't know where that came from, but I hope baby all right. I hope she good. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is,
hello.
I hope baby good,
y'all
baby,
know
because I don't even know you.
That Tiffany Haddish and the mama was in foster care together.
And this is what I'm saying. That now it does it not give background to what I'm saying.
The plot thickens.
And you know what? It makes a lot of
is
sense
that
because why would you ask to be for Tiffany to put you on to like some comedy stuff if you weren't already doing comedy?
Thank
Mhm.
you. And my
She
thing
got
is,
angry because Tiffany negated her. You know, Tiffany was going up. This is my opinion. Tiffany was going up. This is my opinion.
right, because you don't want
Tiffany
nobody
was
coming up there and cussing you
elevated.
out. Say, this is my opinion
This
before
is
somebody
my
come up there and cuss you out.
opinion. My
Y'all
opinion.
crazy.
OPINION. Got me
Thank you.
spelling at 4:30 in the morning.
In the morning.
Tiffany in the morning. It'll be all over in the morning.
Go to work and I'm gonna be no good.
So look, so so hi Kang, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm up and I'm not stuck. So in my opinion, as I said, the mammy was with it because it's just too many references with her and Tiffany in the same spaces. You get what
Thank
I'm saying?
you.
Why you at
Mhm.
the party with Tiffany after she gave you 15,000
Right.
for the children? Okay, the children ain't get that money, but I hope they get this money and put it in a trust fund away from your greedy ass. Okay, that's just my opinion.
And you know what?
So,
On your opinion,
on
I
my
tend to
opinion,
agree. On your
amen,
opinion, I
my
tend to agree.
opinion.
I tend to
How?
agree
Wait a
because
minute, think
all
about
I
it,
all
y'all.
I want
Wait a minute,
all
think
I wanted
about
to
it.
do was shine a light
Oh
on
no.
another
Wait a minute,
on
Rosita,
another
let me bring
level
it
to
on
this.
in. Wait a minute, let me bring it on in for a little bit for you, babe. Look, when you ever seen a successful Haddish? Who got the same last name as a Haddish?
Radish,
People barely eat radishes. So you know damn well we ain't messing with no Haddish. You a burnt out comedian. The last show you did, it got bombed because you came on stage
drunk as
drunk,
hell.
pissy drunk. They booed you. Okay, you not that good of an actress, you know. And a little bit of fame you had, I think you about to lose it. You're really about to lose it.
But the only role she get is being a cold stone freak. Like,
She get that
when
slapstick
she
role. She get that slapstick role, the same
uh-huh.
one dimensional type of
Mm-hmm.
role. She hasn't
When
had
she
anything of
coerced that
substance.
little girl to
Yeah.
perform fellatio on the sandwich. I don't understand that. Like that's
I
like
don't
weird.
understand her
Has
doing
anybody seen
this.
that video yet? Like, where's the video with the little
I have,
girl?
if I hadn't got help with mine, that would have triggered me. She gonna tell the child, you stay here, and whatever Uncle Pete tell you to do, you do what he tell you to do. And then
Yep.
you leave. Well, Uncle Pete had a good old
But
time.
look at him. Like, oh my
Look at him.
no.
He
Oh,
look like
he just
walking ill. He looks like
like
walking ill.
ill.
Yeah.
He look disgusting, and he
Yeah.
look unkept. My thing is this: what would ever make these people do a public service announcement on something so sensitive as that?
Yep.
You know, big nasty Pillsbury doughboy ass. You ain't even ever you ain't getting paid to be a doughboy. You might got a
Did y'all
little
see
dime.
the picture of him when he was young?
Girl, that
I
was
He looked like a
long time
totally
know.
ago.
different person. He looked like a totally different person. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
oh
Of
And
course
no.
he do. He look
my
uncapped. Them
Mm-hmm.
cheeseburgers and shit.
before I leave you
No,
guys, before I leave off, before I drop down, all I was simply saying was when we're dealing with something so complex, we can't look at things in 2D or simply 3D. We have to look at everyone. We have to look at the person who filmed it. We got to look at the mama a little deeper. And now that her dirt is coming out, you've been in the business. That's all I was simply saying.
yeah.
My first stance was I stand with them kids. Period. Because about my
Hmm.
turn, I'm gonna do 50 on my fucking forehead, and I'm gonna throw up the
I
deuce
know that's
in the
right.
mugshot. I stand with them
Yes.
kids. What I don't stand
I
for
stand
is
with
the
the
lies and
church
propaganda being spread about her not
and
knowing
the
when that was your
exploitation.
friend and you been on the circuit with her. You know about what goes down once you get so far in the industry. Period. And that's all I'm saying. I
Exactly.
want everybody to
Mhm.
look a little deeper. Let's not look at these stories coming out day by day. They bird feeding us information. Instead of putting everything out, they bird feeding us to have to harvest our energy on this. They know they are triggering people who done survived this. They're not slick, and I see them. And that mama, to me, and we can all agree to disagree, but this is my opinion, and I am safe here in this space with the king, and that's all I'm saying, is that we might need to look into her more. That's all I was simply saying. That's
And
all I
plus,
was
I
saying.
agree.
and that
I agree with you, girl. I agree with you, girl.
I agree with you too. And the bishop, when you ever seen a person wear more gold, the gold on him was worth more than the rinky-dink hole in the wall.
The
Bum
gold on
bust.
him was worth more than the church he was preaching in. How about
That
that
wasn't
one?
no church. That was a space.
Oh.
That was a space with like 10 people in it. That
Oh, we
wasn't
know
no
he
church.
lying.
He's a liar. How you duck down? See, that's what he don't know. They done already dissected this video. And they showed it in slow motion. When the guy was pointing the gun, he wasn't even had his hand on the trigger. He had the gun backwards.
What?
Underneath
It's
his
giving
table.
insurance scam. It's giving me
Yes,
insurance
girl.
scam much.
Yes, most definitely. And the dude that was sitting there, everybody saw the dude sitting over there on that broke down the laptop didn't move, didn't trench, didn't nothing. But how the bishop dropped down way back there, way back before the guys even got up close. You see what I'm saying? So
Right.
it's giving you the crook. They all been talking about you because some
you know how
people that
you know
know
how
him.
these stories do you know how these stories connect? Watch the lie. When we was on
Yes,
live the other
it's
night,
a
I said watch the backstory and watch the lie. You gotta see what they trying to hide from you. You gotta take
yes,
that veil off your eyes and see what they don't want you to
yes.
see.
And I'm
You
so
have to
tired of these
see.
women following anybody that say God, God, Jesus, Jesus. You better do your research before you start following these heathens out here. Okay? He don't know the word because
Yeah.
if he knew the word, he wouldn't be wearing that flashy gold that he wear. Okay?
And
You don't
another thing,
know.
I know I said I didn't want to talk about this situation, but the fact that he calling, you know, bitches and using the F word,
Yes.
and I'm like,
Cursing people
what?
alive. We know
That's
he ain't no
Pastor Cuss a
bitch.
lot. His
Girl,
new
my
name is
pastor would
You ain't
Pastor
never.
no
Cuss a
bishop,
lot. That's his
man.
name.
You's a scammer, my opinion. And plus, you ripped that lady off for her money. My opinion. You
My
ripped her off.
opinion.
Well, what did he go
Opinion.
to jail for? Because he went to jail before this.
Everything, because he from
he
New
went he
York.
went to he went to jail for doing fraudulent for scamming, basically,
Brooklyn.
for
They know him in Brooklyn.
hmm
They already talked about you, boy. They know you. You know
Yeah, he
how
went
New
to
York
jail for
What?
identity fraud. Identity fraud.
Ain't
is.
that nothing?
yeah.
Then
That's
you
Ain't
a
come
that
out,
mess.
you come out and put a
I like
suit on
that.
and
Ain't
say
that
you a
nothing?
ain't that
So he know
nothing?
all about fraud. He know all about insurance fraud. He could have
Pastor Fraud
you know
cussing.
all
That's
about
his
that
new name.
party, your
yeah, he
name.
could have easily
He
That's
did
his
look
this.
name.
like a
Pastor Fraud cussing is his new
He could
yeah,
have
he
name.
easily
look
did
like a
this.
baby F if you look at him. And you know nobody really mess with the letter F like that unless we saying F you. We don't mess with the F word. Like, boy,
Yeah, cause
you gonna
no.
suffer. In God's name, the devil got something for you too, baby. He got something for
Mm.
you and all the I'm telling you, it's all that was fake in my opinion.
Hey,
In
King,
my opinion,
tell the
baby.
truth, shame the devil.
That's
Uh-uh.
right. We make the devil cry over here.
Period.
Yeah, we do. And he wish he
What?
never met us.
I just want to thank you, King. You know, I want to stay longer, but I'm gonna drop down the chat. Y'all pray for me. I might not be safe in the chat, but I'm finna drop down the chat. Let somebody else come up. But I'm still
No, I
nervous.
love you, girl. I love you, girl.
Love
Okay,
y'all.
we'll see you.
Good to
Have a
see
good
you.
one.
All
Take
right,
care,
friend. See you
girl.
soon.
Hey, King.
Okay.
Thanks for having me. Can you hear
Wow.
me?
Yes. Yeah, we can hear all of you. Sound off, friend.
Oh, okay. I wanted to just come up and say that when I came up yesterday and I was talking about how, while I don't want to be too harsh on the mom of the children that the incident happened with Tiffany Haddish, that more and more stuff is coming out. And this is why I said yesterday that I think parents need to start being held accountable on neglect, because now we're seeing that the mom been around. She pretty much a groupie who was willing, like a lot of people, to sacrifice someone, they child, a family member, in order to get on. And you see that time and time again. And I just feel like a lot of this stuff wouldn't happen to these children in Hollywood if parents, not just the perpetrators, but parents were held at least to neglect. How can it not be neglectful under any circumstances to leave your children with someone who's not even related to them, and then something bad happens, and it is, unless the reaction is immediately calling 911, the FBI, going to the news, going on Twitter, going on IG, going on Facebook, doing everything you can to bring attention to it, because you can't control what the police are going to do when they get the information, but you can control how you react. And I know people are saying the mom is not in the right mind. That's why I also said yesterday, just because you can bear a child or create a child don't mean that you're the best person for that child. If you cannot, the part of parenting is not just protection, it is prevention. You can't, if the damage is already done, all you can do is help me heal. You got to prevent the damage from being done. And sometimes sacrifices and hard choices have to be made when you're a mom, when you're a single mom, whatever the case may be. And I just feel like this is going to keep happening until parents of these kids are held to a higher, I just, parents need to be held to neglect. It is neglectful to leave your young children around adults especially adults that's not related. Once you get into familiar relationship, it gets a little tricky, but most people in the African American community know of someone or have heard some story about some uncle who still come around, but nobody get left with them. Like, there's a lot of secrets in our community when it comes to even what our own family members have done to other people. So I think that until parents realize that you're not going to be able to stand behind your children when it gets out in the public, you're going to go down for it too, for allowing it to happen. I think this type of thing, unfortunately, is going to keep happening to kids because people want to blame just one party. And I think more people are involved in this.
Yeah, it's more people involved in the situation, like the production and stuff like that. So, what I think the mama should have some take some accountability. I don't. I say lock all three of them up, but and whatever whoever was filming and all that stuff, zoomed in on the little boy butt and stuff like that. I was like, no, no. And then it's like, who approved this? For them to film this. So
And where are all the mandated reporters?
Right.
People like to use that phrase like it's cute because they heard it, but that's a real thing. Like, that's a real thing. And you would, as a parent, you should automatically be a mandated reporter. And the fact that the daughter has to take matters into her own hands because her mom can't be trusted to do the right thing with whatever money the mother may or may not have been receiving just further underscores to me that the mom needs to go down as well. Like, I know in Black communities, you're not supposed to speak against your mother because she's a Black mom and all of this stuff. But like, we got to keep it 100. People in my generation, I feel like, have experienced, we'll say, a spanking that probably they would not put on their child today, right? It ain't because your parents maybe didn't love you. It's because that's how they were raised. That don't mean it wasn't abuse. It's a reason why you won't hit your kids the way your parents hit you. You know that they got it from their grandmother. We make jokes about it, but that doesn't change the fact that a lot of us experience things that we don't want to say. We don't want to call it what it is because we love our parents, but it still happened and we still want to do it to our own kids. That's how you know something is wrong. This is the same situation. A lot of us don't leave our kids with certain people and we move a certain way that's contradictory to how our parents raised us because we see what's happening. That's how you know parents need to be held accountable.
True.
It's killing me that you just cannot even trust your own mom. Like, this is killing me.
My father raised me. I don't know my mother. So my father raised me. And he used to beat my ass for looking like my mother. Because I'm half Korean. So I'm like, shit. So when I got of age, and then, I got a stepmother. And then she's say little stupid ass shit to me, saying, "Oh, that's why your mother." I was like, "Look, I ain't come at your pussy." So when she tried to put her hands on me, I'm gonna fight her ass back. But it wasn't, you know, I don't think that was disrespectful on my hand because you never met my mother. And my father, he'll get drunk and beat on me. And now that I'm older, I'm in my 30s. Like he tried to kiss me in my mouth a few years ago, and we got the fighting. I said, "What's wrong with you?" And see, that's what I'm talking about. Like I've been through it. My cousin did it to me. I've been raped. I've been a lot of things, but now that I'm by myself, I got my friend or whatever, my little boo thing. But that's here no the near there. But I still like some days I have my problems where I feel as though I don't like people touching me. Um, and I work at a law firm, so I'm like, ah, I know, but I'm trying to get through past it and stuff like that. And
I'm sorry that you went through that and that happened to you. And I'm glad to see that you are still persevering and you didn't let what happened
yes,
to you define you. Even though some days I'm sure it's a struggle, you still keep getting up and going on. I just your
yes,
story underscores what I mean about holding the adults that are in children's lives, whether it's
mm-hmm.
mom, dad, grandparent, or uncle. If you take a child into your custody and care, you you should be. I just oh, this is so frustrating.
Well,
'Cause
I'm gonna say this. I do feel that the mother does have some responsibility with everything that has newly come out. But let's not act like our parents didn't have to work, didn't have to go to school, didn't have girlfriends that they left us with, couldn't afford daycare. Everybody was not eligible to get free daycare. My husband was in the Navy. I worked. We had a mortgage, two car payments. Our kids had to go to school and they had to get picked up after school. And I had to make friends and I had to trust people. And so it's not far fetched for a young lady to make friends and trust them. And the children call them auntie. I'm not talking about just this specific case. You're not going to be with your children 24/7. But this particular mother here, from what I understand, had some mental problems. And it's okay for molesters and child abusers that are clear people to come out and get mental abuse help and this and that and the other. But when it come down to our people, we not allowed to get help. I'm not taking up for the mother, and I feel she does have some responsibility. But I'm gonna tell you, anything like that happen to your child would make you depressed, sick, have a nervous breakdown. I feel she made bad choices as well because she probably was scared they were going to take her children. She would go to jail because she did neglect her children. These are facts. And this is probably why she did not further press charges, but tried to get money because she was not working. And that's a real thing in our community that was hush hush, that people didn't talk about, that more conversations need to be had where we wasn't getting therapy for. Therapy is just coming about being big now. It wasn't big back then when we were getting molested. Stuff was swept under the rug. The time frame, why didn't you tell? Why didn't you tell? people have different reasons for why they didn't tell. Some were threatened, some were scared, some were just embarrassed. It's many different reasons, and people victimize the victims. There's a gentleman suing a rock band, and I'm not saying whether this is right or wrong. I'm not getting into that, but they did a song and they put the newborn baby, they put the baby in the pool without a diaper. And when he got older, he sued because at that age, he said he couldn't consent to be naked and be in the pool naked. And the judge threw it out. You know why? Because in that state, the statute of limitation is 10 years for youth molestation. And 10 years, he would have only been 10 years old. So who would have helped him? You know, so it's so many layers and layers and layers and layers and layers. So there are a lot of conversations to be had. And thank God that King has opened up his platform that we can have these conversations. Because most of the people that N-word us are relatives, are close friends. And that's what makes people scared to tell. I don't believe that this mother didn't know what happened to her child. That boy came home crying, saying he didn't want to go back. Who's not going to make their child tell them what happened? The boy was 7. He could tell what happened. You mean over all the years that he didn't tell her what happened? I don't believe that at all. She knew. She knew. But she was afraid as well. So where do we put that on the scale?
And mothers, they have intuitions too. So I don't think she just completely didn't know.
As
no, she knew.
As the adult, I
She
put
was
that on
protecting her own hind. She was protecting her own hind.
So that's my point exactly. My thing is, we cannot make when you're dealing with children, because having a child in some states is still a choice. Some states it is not. And there was a time when it wasn't a choice at all. You got pregnant, you had the kid. But having a child is a choice. Keeping that child after you have that child is another choice. So once you've made this commitment, in my eyes, I take parenting so seriously. My hurt, I've been through my own things. That does not absolve me from my responsibilities as a parent to a child. Just because I've been hurt and I've been traumatized does not mean I now get to slack off on my duties because I'm going through my own things. That's not my kid's problem. That's not any child's problem.
It's not. Kids don't ask to come here. And all of that, I can't remember who was on the platform last night that someone said, hurt people hurt people. Well, only 9.2% of people who N-word are reoffenders to other people. And I believe that part of that 9.2% are lying because they want a lighter sentence. Okay? Yes, people who do that sometimes do that to other people. But a lot of the times, the children have problems with their sexuality, with depression, with not wanting to be sexual, don't know what sex they want to be with. It's very traumatizing. And I think for sure, Tiffany and Aries should not only lose their careers, but should be underneath the jail. That man got in the tub with that boy.
And
he
I think the
rubbed
mother should get
lotion
5
or
years.
water or baby oil or something in that chapel.
And I think the mother should
Didn't
do
it look
about
a
5
little
years.
cringy when he jumped in that tub with him?
I don't know if the mother should do, I don't think the mother should do maybe life, but I think the mother should do about 5 years for the role that she didn't play in protecting her children. It doesn't matter to, and this is in my opinion, because I don't want to argue with nobody today, because King, you know, I don't want to argue with nobody today. In
Oh
my
no,
opinion,
that was an isolated incident. We
yeah,
don't
I
want
don't want
to do
to.
that here today.
In my opinion, the mother needs to do 5 years as well. Because again, to me, as a person who has been through her own things, and I'm not even going to get into it because that's not what this is about. What I've been through after taking on the responsibility of being a mother does not excuse anything that I allowed to happen. And I like I said before, I am single now. I've been married. So I thought I did things the right way. And I thought having my kids in marriage, in wedlock, secured a couple of things. I thought it helped me get out of certain statistics and things of that nature. None of that absolves the fact that not every time we leave our children with friends is to go to work. We're going to cut the crap. Like, we don't like to go to the clubs. Like, we don't like to go get our nails done, our hair done, and things like that. So when we talk about sacrificing on behalf of the children, it don't just happen when you have them. Sacrificing means don't have them. Stop having sex with people and getting pregnant and then finding yourself in a situation where now you got to put your child at risk because you're poor. You were probably poor when you made that child. So you knew that already. Having a child wasn't bringing you any money. It was going to cost money. So accountability, especially in the Black household, comes along. It goes far back. And as far as therapy is concerned, just like getting sober, therapy is a choice. Can't nobody but a judge force you to go to rehab or go to therapy. That's the only people that can force you. And you can't go to therapy on your own as a child. But once you become an adult and start creating children, it is your responsibility to do the work. Just like they tell addicts all the time, you will not get better until you want to. As a human being, you will not get better until you want to. So just because you have therapy you need therapy as an adult doesn't mean that your child should be put in effed up situations. I'm not buying that. This is why stuff like this is happening to kids, because the people who are in control of these kids got too many excuses on how it went down. And for me, there's no excuses. If you are told, if you are let known, if you don't know, I know that kids don't tell. I know that adults don't tell. I know that men, especially men, don't tell. And I know that women don't tell. But if you take on a child, that is the to death do us part sentence right there. The marriage, that's written on paper. The child, the parent to child relationship, that's till death do us part. And you are supposed to lay your life down and you're supposed to stand up on behalf of them. There is no excuses for that. I do not care what anybody's mother has gone through. If you did not seek the help that you needed to become better, I don't. I'm not gonna, and that part I'm not apologizing for. I don't care. You can love your mother just like I love my mother. My mother should have stopped drinking a long time ago. That don't got nothing to do with how I love her. But there are things that she could have did better. Point blank, period. She may not want to hear it. It may not be cute. It may not be putting a Black mother in the best of spotlight, but I'm a Black mother too, and I'm not perfect. I'm not God. So I don't walk around thinking, oh, because I'm a mother, then I'm unapproachable and I can't have done nothing wrong. I am responsible for what happens to my children. Point blank, period. It doesn't matter if the doctors did it. There were mothers and this is a totally different thing real quick. There were girls who were being molested by a gymnast doctor while parents were sitting in the room while he was examining them.
Yeah. Yeah, sure was.
Mothers dropped the ball, it seems like, since everybody's being raised by single mothers more than fathers. Maybe mothers are the problem. Because
fathers drop the ball when they walk out. Now, we're not going to do that.
Our children can't keep getting sacrificed because of our own personal mental issues. That's crazy.
My father took me and my sister from my mother by her being Korean. So, and I was 5 years old, and I'm 39 now. So
nobody's exempt if they do abuse.
And he brought it to DC because I'm an Army brat. So I was born in South Korea, so I have dual citizenship. But I was like, shit.
Anybody that puts
we came to DC, and I thought my life ended. I had a good childhood with my mama. I remember her, but yeah. So the molestation started with my cousin, my first cousin. And the crazy thing is, I was at his wedding, and and this was I was in my later 20s, and I brought it to fruition. I was like, you did that to me, and I told his mother, which is my aunt, and uh, the black side raised me. I don't know the Korean side of me, but I still try to embrace both cultures. But and I cried because I was like, look, because I was engaged, and I was like, and he passed away, so God rest his soul. But it's like, oh no, it's like I need to get my truth out there. It's not trying to bring families apart or the family apart, but it's like, but
Well,
I
if
had
it
to.
definitely need breaking apart, then it need breaking apart because I took my family away from the people who were bad people in my family because the stuff I saw, I didn't want my kids to see or experience. So I don't care anything about breaking up a family if the children need
Yeah.
protection. But anyway,
Exactly.
I love you ladies. Y'all have a good night. I'm going to jump back
You
down and
too.
finish
You as
Martin because
well.
You
I left
too.
me down there by herself. But yeah, I'm in agreement. All the opinions are good, We put our heads together, everybody have something different, but when they come together, most of us we tend to agree on the same thing and be respectful to each other. But one thing I need to say, y'all, we can't use the R word up here on the panel, okay?
If I
Okay.
said it, I apologize.
All right. Talk to y'all later.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, I think that somebody in the comments
Yeah.
said something about breaking the generational curses, and that's what it is. And when you start to talk about how black mothers need to do better, you ain't never seen the internet go into uproar because for whatever reason, black mothers are unapproachable when it comes to the topic of whether or not they do good parenting, just because it is assumed that when you say black mother, she is single. And I don't subscribe to that. Like I said, as someone who's been married and who's now single, I don't feel like anything has. I don't feel like I should get a pass now on how I parent because I'm doing it by myself. Because if I can't do it, then I shouldn't have them, and I definitely should not have more than one. Because you see this time and time again, the same women who want you to understand that they struggle and is single got 3, 4, 5, 6 kids, and it's like, now wait a minute. When did you start struggling
Mm-mm.
exactly? When did you need
Yeah.
therapy exactly? When did you need child
Preach
care
on, girl.
exactly? Like you didn't figure this out ahead of time. So these kids, and not just these kids in this situation, but the kids who parents put them on these other TV shows and they coming out later on writing stories. You see how Tia and Tamara grew up. You see how the Olsen twins, how they grew like there are examples where you could see, all right, now is everything all right? And then you could look at another set of, and be like, oh, okay, well, it is about the parenting. It is about the parents who what's her name? Marseille Mountain, Martin, however you say her name. And people always say, well, you could tell her parents is all the way around. Zendaya, oh, her parents is all the way around, always around. Her parents is never too far. So there are parents who do not make excuses, even when it comes to that Hollywood situation. There are parents who make sure they're in the room. My kid can't come. We're not signing any paperwork or contract. I'm not sending my kid off like Usher's mom did to go be with a grown man, Diddy, and then find out 10 or 15 years later that he had experiences he shouldn't have. There are parents who look like us who actually don't go for that, who there's no amount of money they're going to put their kids up for. So I think that we all need to ascribe to be that instead of trying to understand how you could be in a tough situation as an adult and the kid happens to pay the price. Because that's who's paying the price. You might be stressed out as an adult, but you put yourself there. What the kid do?
I had a conversation with one of my girlfriends, and she has 4 kids, and she's married now. She's recently married, and it's the things she do for the kids and stuff like that, and ask me for money. There's no problem because I love the kids. I gave her her sister, and this the crazy part. I gave her sister the money for the kids going back to school and whatever they need for school and stuff like that. Cause I don't have kids of my own. I made a conscious decision when I was younger. I was like, when I get married, I want to adopt, but I don't want to. I don't want to have my own child. And um, so she she does wrong, like because she did the government assistance stuff, and I'm like, girl, I'm like, I can get you working at my job. I could get you working in the mailroom at least, but it's a step forward. I work at a law firm. I do litigation support, so I do the doctor paperwork.
You said she worked
But
at a
it's
post
like,
office?
no, I said I work at a law firm. I do litigation support. I do the documents, like, but
Neek, those are the type of
and
sacrifices that I'm talking about. That's a sacrifice. When you have the
hmm
opportunity to capitalize off of your child and you say no. Most
yeah,
people would try to excuse it and say, well, they needed the money, or, well, we needed the money, we was poor, and then just sell their kids to a place that is called Holly Weird. And when someone says the phrase Holly Weird, everybody knows what they're talking about. So that
hmm
type of sacrifice is exactly what I'm talking about. It is doable. It is absolutely doable. It is a
it's
choice.
doable.
And a lot of people do not make that choice on behalf of their children. They are selfish.
Yeah, and whatever she monetized off, and her husband or whatever. I don't get into their finances, but I try to help out as much as I can. And the disrespect that was yesterday, I was like, oh no. I was like, I know you fucking lying. And then I came in here and cooked for y'all, and she was like, because she got one friend that I my cup of tea like that. But we try to be cordial. She almost 50 years old. So, I don't understand, why we can't be cordial and do these things for the kids because her one of her children asked for this meal. She got a child in college. She got a $50,000 scholarship. Like, she's very educated, but she went through some stuff a few years ago. And I'm like, oh no. I was like, where's your voice at? These your kids. She cussing your kids out. What is going on? I said,
Yeah.
you know what? It's time for Cherie to take her ass in the house. I said, I said, y'all won't see me. I'll come for the kid's birthday in October, but y'all not gonna see me for a break. I'm not done. Look,
It's a lot of things that I don't understand about the parenting. I mean, I don't have
yeah,
kids,
parenting
but
is wrong.
I don't understand why black mothers hate their daughters so much. That's the part I don't get.
Shit, I don't get it either.
I don't think that's a black thing. I think that is I think that boys go through it with their fathers once they get of a certain age. And I've seen firsthand accounts. And I mean, we make jokes about what white children would do to their parents. So I think that we acknowledge that there's dysfunction in the white household too. I think it is a hormonal thing, and I think it's a sex thing that a lot of times it can only be one hen in the kitchen. And so as you start to learn, I had to tell my daughter one time when her hormones started kicking in and she was trying to find her voice, I told her to go use it outside. Don't use it in here. And we literally never had that problem again. She said, huh? I said, your attitude, I see your attitude is kicking in. I could tell by the way you talking to your brothers, and then you just tried it over here. So go try your attitude out on your friends. Don't bring it around here. Simple. It's not complicated. We don't got to
Hmm.
fight about it. You're growing up. You're changing. I have enough respect for you to realize that you're going through some things, but you're gonna have enough respect for me to be able to discipline yourself and remember who I am. This don't need to be, I don't need to beat you. I don't need to call you no B's or none of that. But it's because of how I was raised. Again, I made a conscious decision to say, you know what? I didn't like when my mother did this. I didn't like the fact that I couldn't question an adult. Because if I can't question an adult, how can I tell adult to stop touching me in the wrong spots? So
Right.
you can absolutely talk and question and have questions, and you can interrupt me by saying, excuse me, not know, get out of grown folks' business. Because sometimes as little kids, you was coming to tell your parents something bad just happened, but you was smacked and told to stay out of grown folks' business. Go back in that same room that you was running from. So I didn't do that with my kids, but I don't think that it's a Black mother thing. I think that that is something that we perpetuate, just like we perpetuate that Black men are thugs. And we know plenty of white people who are thugs too. I think that it's a mother and mother thing, and I think it's a son and father things. Because sons and fathers go through this too. Once they get their hormones, who's bigger, who's stronger. I think you see that in the animal kingdom. I think that is a part of like a child evolution. I think it's part of you going from being a child to an adult and trying to figure out, how does that work now? How do I be an adult with my parents still parenting me? And so I think that as adults, when it comes to teenagers, we gotta first, before they get there, we gotta give them grace to speak to us about anything, even the stuff you don't want to hear. If your child is having sex at 13, you should sit down and listen to them instead of beat them and think that that's gonna make them stop, because it's not.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of trying to say, oh, doing this thing and this thing is scary, and no. Oh no, you know what? I'm gonna tell you right now, you're a female. Having sex the first time is probably gonna hurt. It may feel a little bit good. After that, it's gonna feel good. Why do you think people keep talking about and keep doing it? But it also comes with kids. I am not gonna be there to help you. I'm poor, so you won't have the type of grandparent for your child who can hold you down like that. So if you make these decisions, you know what the consequences is. AIDS is still real. I don't care if you don't see it on the commercials. Herpes is something I don't know which one is worse, but you don't want it. Trust me on this one. So yeah, I think that is how. I don't think that mother-daughter thing is a race thing. I think that is just a hormonal thing. And I think as adults, we need to recognize when that's happening, because it happens differently in each kid. And I think that we need to give grace, because we all have bad days. I don't understand why people act like children can't have bad days. This is why kids is committing suicide, because they can't talk to nobody, because don't nobody feel like a kid got a problem because you don't pay no bill. No, I'm paying for the trauma that you didn't get taken care of, though. That's my bill. All the burden that you have, I now have to suffer for because you didn't do things the right way.
Yeah, definitely agree. You know, too many women in the room is too much estrogen. It's like, in my office, oh, chill. I mean, it's two other females, but it's a man in there. So he gives me estrogen too. So I'm like, I know. I'm like, but
And
I
y'all
get
know
it.
women sync up, right? Women
Huh?
sync up when it comes to their menstruations. Once you get to a certain age, y'all start,
Oh
when you got
yeah,
married, you
everybody
having
get their
mothers and
period at the
daughters.
same time.
Yeah, you sync up. So that alone to make y'all feel like,
Mm-hmm.
if you catch an attitude when you on yours, what you think your daughter gonna do? Even if she don't really have
Right.
an attitude, she been watching you for the last 13, 14 years get an attitude that you attribute to this
Facts.
thing. So now she's acting how you act. Most of the time we argue with our kids because they act just like us. I got my one son act more like me than anybody. I cannot take it. When I say I can't take it, I'll be like, oh my God, he's trying to kill me. He is trying to kill me. Because he say
And
things that he hit me with me, and then I be stuck. There's nothing I can do. I'll be like, God damn it. He got a point.
speaking about that, like, my friend I was talking about, like, I had spent the night, and I woke up and all her kids are around me. I'm like, what in the ass is going on? And the oldest daughter woke up. She was on her cycle. I was like, She was like, I don't have no pain pills or nothing. I said, where's your mother? Being reckless. I was like, I understand. I'm the more responsible one, but I was like, what is going on? I said, I know you fucking. I said, oh no. I said, okay, well, let me go to the store and get you something. I said, y'all got some food in here? That I walked in the refrigerator. I had to order some carry out. You know, in DC we call it carry out. So I was like, oh, I know. Well, you know, good thing I had some money. You know, but it was like, you know, and then she took my phone. I was like, she took my phone. I was like, you know what? And I said, y'all supposed to be in school though. And they was like, well, we didn't get up. I said, okay, I guess y'all taking the day off because, you know, I guess you're gonna hang with me until she get here. And I bombed her ass out. I was like, who the fuck? I was like, you have a responsibility. I said, because such and such came over here doesn't mean that, you know, you leave me with your kids. You know, I'm gonna take care of them, but it's like, I don't have no kids. And then you took my phone. She said, I thought it was mine. I was like, I know. Yeah, no. But, you know, it's just, you know, like, you know, trying to double down on, you know, women need to take care of their kids. You know, I know you're going through something, but girl, stop getting burnt. That's all I can say. 'Cause I can
Yeah,
get
I
burnt
definitely
because I
don't.
ain't
I
got
don't feel
none.
like
I ain't got
all
none.
black men are thugs or whatever. Or I don't think all black moms are like bad moms, but I grew up in Detroit, so I got a different experience from everybody else. All my friends had
Why?
toxic mothers.
Why are you saying that about Detroit like that? What is
I grew
happening
up
over there?
there. All my friends is
Is
from Detroit.
Detroit bad?
Girl, Detroit is horrible.
Oh no.
I'm sorry. Why that
I
disclaimer just
thought
sounded
DC
real
was
positive.
horrible.
The way
I
the
live
black
in
moms in
DC,
Detroit do their
but
kids is unimaginable. It's just it's inhumane.
But
So
but
that's
but
what
but if
I
you let some
see.
people tell you, they'll be like, "Oh well, you know, she's single and she's struggling and she's poor and she's had her own traumas and she's this and never once mentioned a kid." So you know, somebody's got to identify the problem and put a stop to it. I feel like if more black women celebrities didn't have children, then more regular black women would feel like it's okay not to have children. And then I think maybe some of these cycles will break because I would rather a woman who is damaged not have kids.
I don't have kids and I don't feel no way about it.
Because
um,
I feel like to be damaged and to feel like, um, oh, this I'm like this way as a parent because of what happened to me. That's not okay. It's not an explanation. It's an excuse, and it's a piss poor excuse, in my personal opinion.
Hmm.
And if I'm saying anything that triggers anybody any way that is detrimental to them, I apologize. If I'm saying anything that triggers anger in you, I do not care.
you're right. You're speaking facts, and you know, and the crazy thing about it, since I don't have kids, and my cousins and everybody, like my friends, they be like, Sheree, can you watch the kids? I'm like, shit, no. I said I have no problem with it because they like where Aunt Cherie at? I'm like, shit, I do it,
Let me
but
guess. They
you
want you to
know,
watch the kids while they going to work, right?
no, because I have to work like on the
Oh,
weekend or
no, that's it.
something.
That's all I wanted to say. I didn't think that they was asking for a babysitter then neither. But I just wanted to hear because a lot of people try to act like black women only ask for help when they needed to go and be productive. Like, let's cut the crap. Most of us
No,
spend
it'd
times
be
with our
you
mother's
know, they have
friends.
their jobs. Well, my friend
Hmm.
I was just speaking about, she, you know, I don't know what she's trying to do, but you know, she make an excuse for everything, but she live off the government. But like my cousins, like my family and stuff. So I'll watch the kids on the weekend while they go out and have their little. I'm like, oh, sure you don't want to go out? I said, look, I'm 39 years old. I'm not for that, and I'm not for like you know when y'all get into a beef with somebody that we don't even know. you know, DC, we gonna knock you down, but I'm not for I don't like I maybe do I like confrontation? Sometimes I do, but it's not becoming of me no more. You know, back when I was young in my 20s, yes, we can get it popping, um but I'll watch the kids, you know, as long as they don't disrespect me, cuss me or anything. Um y'all do y'all thing, ride your little dirt bikes and four wheeler or whatever. And you know, I'm fine with it. Just
Well, you
you
real
know, and
nice, cause
don't bring no girl.
I don't watch no
Uh-uh.
kids.
The only reason
They
why
be
I
asking
brought
me,
up
I be like, no, I'm not watching nobody kids.
Uh-uh.
I ain't watching nobody kids, girl. It's a reason why, girl. If I wanted kids, I would have them.
the
But
only
you know,
reason
that's
why I
my
brought up
family.
the only reason why I brought up celebrities is because I feel like there's a correlation. I never used to believe this, but when I was growing up, Black women didn't wear makeup like that, right? It was frowned upon. Well, you putting that on your face, it was a cultural thing. For the most part, unless you was on in Hollywood, you didn't see Black women with too much makeup on. Maybe a little bit of eyeliner, lip liner, that that jet black lip liner that I feel like a lot of women from a certain demographic had back in the day. But I feel like once you started seeing Love and Hip Hop this and the Real Housewives of that, and the real just all these different celebrity shows, then Black women in makeup is a thing. I feel like there was a time where wigs were in style and then they went out of style, and then when people started realizing celebrities is wearing wigs, and celebrities don't actually have all this hair, they went back to wigs. Next thing you know, wigs are now back in. So that's why I said that if some of these celebrity women Black women started openly saying, I'm not having kids because of this and that, then maybe it will trickle down, because it does seem like even when it came to exercising, I feel like you never used to see that many Black women in the gym working out. Like, you really didn't. Like, my aunts and uncles and my family, this is what I seen growing up. I didn't see nobody in my hood going to no gym to exercise. Now everybody's at the gym. Now they got gyms right in the middle of the hood. They always had boxing gyms in the hood where I grew up, but an actual facility to work out, no, they didn't have that. And Black people wasn't going for that. That was something that white people do. And then people used to say stupid stuff like, you already skinny, why you working out? Now people are a little more educated and understanding why people are working out, and it's not about how big or small you are. But I do think that celebrities influence what we see happening around us in a lot of different ways. In a lot of different
Hmm.
ways.
Yeah, for me, it's like I don't let people shame me about not having kids. Like,
And you shouldn't, because the people who want, you know what they say, misery loves company. And from the struggle of the people, most of these people, parenting being so hard and everybody being so poor doing it, that sounds like misery wanting you to join in.
I feel like
They
I'm
told
too
me I was
young.
selfish
I'm
for
still
not
in my
having kids.
20s. I don't want to have
You
kids
still
in
in your
my
20s?
20s. Yeah, like I don't think I don't think your
Yeah,
20s
I
is
wish
for
I
having
was.
kids. Like, it's, for you to be learning stuff and learn about life and all that.
Some
But
people couldn't relate to that thought set, that mindset. Some people feel like if you're 32 and getting pregnant, that's old.
hell, I want to have a kid when I'm 32. I feel like that's the perfect age.
That's too old for some people.
Child.
They don't feel like they should have a certain amount in their bank account. They just feel like they shouldn't be a certain age. And
Mm.
that's the trauma that we need to undo. That's the generational curses we need to break. Instead of being young and a mom, how about you don't have a kid until you have a certain amount in your savings account? Let's start that trend in our community.
Kids are expensive.
But people who poor got 10 of them, 8 of them, 7 of them,
Uh,
5 of them, 4 of them, 2 of them.
yeah, I see it every day, and you know they heavy done up, and the kids look toe up. And that's another thing about the videos. Why the kids' heads wasn't done and stuff like that? Like I don't understand. Like you know, to not.
I can't recall a time when my 7-year-old son was allowed to go with any one of my friends anywhere. Like, was I in the hospital? Because I've been in a car accident and I've been laid up and I've had to call people so my kids are not sitting in an emergency room. Because as a single mother, sometimes when they say who's your emergency contact for the kids if something happened to you, it's like, oh, DYFUS, because ain't nobody coming to pick them up. Like, I've lived that kind of lifestyle. So I don't sit from a place of privilege. I myself have been in some situations I should not have been in. So I don't talk about stuff like this, and I don't talk this way because I think I'm better than. I talk like this because I hold myself accountable too, and I'm not going to lie to make myself look better, sound better, or feel better. So I feel like that whole video, and I could barely watch any of it. I felt very awkward even searching for it, but I didn't want to judge without seeing at least some of it. And it didn't sit right in my spirit to finish it just because like I could be triggered by things. So I stopped. But I do think that this whole thing is going to change a lot, even what happens in Hollywood. I think the way that this is going down, and hopefully, and I hope it does, because you got people who talking about Pizzagate and, R. Kelly and Bill Cosby and, all these other people who are nameless at this point. People want to know exactly how old Beyonce and Jay-Z were when things got wherever they got. Like, there's a lot of questions that in the Black community we need to start asking and getting answers for, instead of trying to explain how we could have got here. Because to me, protection is prevention. You cannot protect me from getting shot after I've already been shot. That's not a thing. All you can do now is help me heal. So being a protector, a parent, means to prevent these things from happening. It don't mean to come hug me and hold me and file the lawsuit and press the charges. It means don't let it happen. It means if you're going to get your hair done, have somebody come to the house and do it right here in the living room while we're running around, not dropping us off. It means maybe you cannot get I know this might sound hard for some people, but you may not be able to get your nails done this week. I know it. I know that I've taken it too far with that statement for some people. But yeah, you might not be able to go to the nail salon and get your nails done because your kids can't go into the nail salon because they got asthma, right? Because that's what it's gonna be next. Oh, but I can't bring my kids with me to the nail salon because my baby got. Okay, so they don't do it yourself or don't get it done. But when you say things like that, you've taken it too far. Put your hair in a ponytail.
Right.
If you got to the point where you can have kids, you telling me you can't put that thing, you can't put your crown into a ponytail? Wear it in an afro. Natural sisters.
Right.
Like, there are plenty of sacrifices as a parent that you can make to limit your child being put in situations that they shouldn't be put in. Can you stop everything? Absolutely not. But most of the stuff, from what I'm seeing, sounds like it could have been prevented by somebody who truly cared. And saying somebody cares and someone having a title that says they should care is not the same thing as them actually caring, because caring is action. Loving somebody is an action. It's what you will do for them, what you won't do for them. That's what caring is. It's not, oh my God, I can't believe this happened to my baby. That's not caring. That's not caring.
Facts. I like it. Me personally, I keep my hair up in a bun all the time because out here in DC is very humid. So but the women out here, they don't keep their kids up, and and the kids walk up to you, you don't even know them, and they be like, "Hi." I'm like, "Oh no, do you not know not to speak to strangers?
That
Where
would
your
be
mama
something.
at?"
Girl, kids talk to me all the time.
Ain't that crazy though? I had to teach myself not to talk to little kids so that they wouldn't get the idea that that's okay.
Right.
Because that happened to me one time. I seen this cute little baby and I was like, oh my gosh. She was like, oh, please don't. Because I'm trying to teach you not to speak to strangers. And I've only had to be told that once to be like, oh, shoot, you right. You was absolutely right. But then you got other people. You know what I wonder, right? I see all of these videos of girls trips, mothers. Everybody's on vacation, not a kid is in sight.
Oh, and we're not watching Girls Trip Part 2.
No, I'm not talking about the movie Girls Trips. I'm talking about, like, I'm seeing actual women who go on these vacations to all these different places and all of these cruises with their friends talking about it's a girls trip and they all mothers. And I'm like, okay, so the kids don't deserve a vacation either? Or who's watching them?
And that's true.
Like
that's true.
You going for 7 days on this Caribbean cruise, posted all over IG with the baddest body. You got you got it. When you got it, you got it. But who got the kids while you got it?
Oh, you're right.
Who got the kids? By the time you get back, that's when the blackout or the trauma situation and happened. The kid don't even remember nothing bad happened to him because it happened day 1 and you coming back day 10. They done blocked the whole first day out. It was too traumatic. Too traumatic. You won't hear about this until something triggers them in 15 years from now. So I don't know. As parents,
you're right about that.
Because the perpetrators are going to perpetrate. That's why you need protection, and protection comes in the form of prevention. As best you can. You can't stop everything, but you could try. We could do better than what we're doing. That's my whole thing. Can you stop every bad thing from happening to your child? No, but you could prevent a lot of these things. You really can.
Right.
7-year-old boy just going off with somebody.
And then I didn't understand why he was naked from the jump. Like,
he was naked because his mother wasn't there. That's why he was naked.
They said the mama was she's mentally ill. I understand she's mentally ill now, but was she on some type of substance?
Like, I know y'all said that y'all don't have kids, right? But just picture this. You walk into daycare to pick up your child and your child is naked. That's ever happened to anybody who's put their child in daycare? You ever walked into daycare and your child is just running around naked? Not running from a diaper change, because you know how toddlers get sometimes. I'm talking about your child is just naked. I've never walked into any place, any room, and my child was naked and I didn't know that they was going to be naked. I like the bathroom, like the shower, the tub. I'm coming to get them out. Like, I just... What? You know why that happened though? Because nobody was worried about the mother walking into that room, because she didn't even know where they was at. I mean, technically speaking, she wasn't coming there. The kids
because allegedly they was over Aries' house, right? Filming that, right?
So they wasn't worried about the mother coming there. So yeah, kids is running around naked because you ain't there, and not just because you're not there. They know you not coming.
Well, they were saying that Tiffany paid the mama $100, but what she pay her $100 for?
But it's not. The mother don't got nothing to do with it.
That's why I was asking, was she on some type of substance in the same token of being mentally, whatever she is going through?
We need to hear from the daughter, like, like how she feel about her mom and like the whole situation with her mom. I think that'll give us a lot of clarity.
I think she's gonna save all that for court.
She can still love her mom because kids love the parents even when the parents are the ones who are abusing them. So whether she got good things or bad things to say to me about her mom, because it is hard, especially until you become a mom. I feel like it is not, and I'm not saying you can't, but I feel like there's a different level of, oh, okay, I see why my mom thought this way. Or now that I think about it, I'm not going to be that kind of mom when it comes to this certain thing. So however she feels about the mom and how the mom handle it is of no regards to me, because I'm only talking about the mom as a mom. Because like I said, my mother should have stopped drinking a long time ago. I still love her to death. You still better not say nothing about her. I still will ride for mine. But she could have did better. Two things can be true. So how the daughter feel like, if the daughter hated, that's not gonna validate it for me. And if the daughter loves her, that's not gonna make me feel like, well, how could you love your mom and she let this happen? I'm not gonna have neither one of those feelings, because I'm gonna be looking like, as a mother, you should have did better. You go do 5 years, and these two weirdos over here should do life. Castration, on an island somewhere.
It's a lot.
And then what was the daughter supposed to do as a teenager? She was in charge of her little brother, and she was supposed to be she was now put in the responsibility of having to watch over him and protect him. Like, that's fair?
And I had to
right.
take care of my little sister and my stepbrothers, they blind. So I had to take care of them growing up. So I was a part of my childhood, and then, you know, getting abused as well. So I've been through a lot here, but you know, I survived. I've been shot twice. Not, you know, not by like somebody directly aiming towards me, but you know, I was just in the wrong place at the wrong time, and um, shot in my face and in my elbow, but it all went through and through. So it, you know, I'm still beautiful, but other than that, just you know, some days I gotta take a mental break. When I'm at work, and they be like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "I'm fine," but it's just, you know, it is. Mm,
Child, how about they saying that what's the company called? Laugh or Die? What is it called?
Yeah. Funny or Die.
Oh, Funny or Die. They saying that Will Ferrell is the owner of that channel. Of that company. And they also have a show on Cartoon Network, Adult Swim. They're
I
the
don't
owners
like
of that
that.
too. Mm-hmm.
Adult
Now I
Swim
watched Adult
is
Swim a couple of
raunchy. It's
times.
raunchy.
Yeah, it
It's
is.
raunchy.
Adult Swim is very cringy. But yeah, that's what they saying. Yep, they're the owners of Adult Swim, and Will Ferrell is
I
the owner of
can't
that
deal with
company.
that.
So they
It's
trying to say that
raunchy,
everybody is
and
connected, like even the cameraman is connected, they saying. Because somebody went to his YouTube channel and looked back like 7 years to when all this was going down. They were saying that he had some videos on there, some cringy videos on there involving his own son. So they trying to say that everybody connected.
it's demonetized. I mean, not demonetized, but it's demonized. Let me say it like that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I used to be a fan of watching South Park and stuff like that, and then I was like, I said, no, some of this stuff ain't right. I said, I can't watch this no more. I'm not supporting this, and you
Girl.
know, Family Guy too. Family Guy is very
Mm-hmm.
racist,
A
very
lot of
racist.
cartoons not right these days. If you go back and look at it as an
Hmm
adult, like we
But
shoot, I don't
it
know what we
started
was
off The
watching.
Simpsons. The
Mm-hmm.
Simpsons is very racist, and I was like, I cannot. And I was like, shit. I can't support this no more. Um, I used to, get off from school. I couldn't wait, because I was forced to cook and have dinner on the table after I get out of school. And like I said, I was taking care of my sister and my stepbrothers who are blind. They're totally blind. And I'm like, oh, so I gotta cook to and attend to, them. And if I didn't have dinner on the table before they walked through the door, I get my ass beat. Like I got my ass beat just for no reason sometimes. And I'm like, shit. I used to go to school with whips on my back. Um, 'Cause my father, he would be like, go pick out a belt. I'm like, what did I do today? You didn't have, bitch.
That's all
Like I'm like,
generational. That all stem from like our ancestors and slavery and stuff like that. Those are the curses that need to be broken.
mm-hmm.
It really do. And black people don't like to talk about
And
why we
now he
beat our
come.
children.
And now he called me and be like, Cherie, I need to borrow some money. But I give him the money, but I'm like, you not remember what you've done to me in the past? But I'm not trying to live in the past, but it's like, what?
I'm telling you right now, you was a very nice person. Girl, I wouldn't even be talking to him.
Thank you. Thank you.
Girl, I be paying people dust, child. You can't do anything to me. Mm-mm.
You know,
Because
like with
everybody
my
got a
girlfriends,
choice,
like
though.
I
This is
left
the
them
thing.
alone
Everybody
yesterday.
got a
Was it
choice,
yesterday?
so
No,
you
Labor
made your
Day.
choice.
Where you know, I pay them no dust. I don't. I was like, look, you know, I said I haven't seen y'all in 2 years. But one thing we not gonna do, first of all, because you think you bigger than me. Technically, you are bigger than me. I'm 5'3", 156 pounds. You know, but you gonna get these hands, get in my face. But it's not about fighting. It's just look and all this crying. Oh, I missed you and stuff like this. I was like, no, mm-mm. I got obligations. So, you know, y'all can live in whatever y'all living off the system or the government, the so-called government, but the government is some trash. And, you know, I work, so I can't hang with y'all no more. And that's what it
Speaking of
is.
work, thanks for having me, King. I am about to go clock in because it is
Oh, you
5:30 a.m.
clocking
my time.
in.
It's 5:30 a.m. my time. So I am
Okay.
about to
It's
drop
my
back
time
down
too. It's
and
my time too.
get
Okay. And
into the chat.
it's my
And
time too. Okay. Okay. I think that's all of our cue. Okay.
Nice speaking with
Yes,
you,
you made a lot
lady.
of good points.
Yes. Thank you
yes,
so
yes,
much,
I
Thank
appreciate
Nice
you.
having
speaking
me.
with you.
Yeah.
I'll be praying for all of you guys. Thank you so much for sharing. Until next time, we'll be back live tomorrow. Come back through and turn up with us, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Yes.
All right.
Y'all have
Bye.
a good night.
All right.